Now I'm living in the condo, but I still want more. Selling merch and doing shows, and I got it off the fucking flow, but I still want more. I can feel it in my soul, and I never motherfucking fold, and I still want more. More money, more money. I just made 100 packs, stunted on a snow bunny. Asking, do I know a man? I don't even know money. He's a broke ass lame, he ain't got no money to be talking about a nigga with some status. My wifey curvy and Bahamian, the baddest. Make a clip on him, had to dip on him, pull a stick on him, call up E, he the pharmacy, I got a lick for him. Tell him to get this money, ain't no hiding out. Give him one phone call, bet they flying out. Ain't no cutting corners, nigga, gotta grind it out. Stop the bitching and complaining, what you crying about, nigga? I'm ambitious. I done came up out the hole when I traveled all around the globe, and I still want more. Fresh out the bandos, now I'm living in the condo, but I still want more. Selling merch and doing shows, and I got it off the fucking flow, but I still want more. I can feel it in my soul, and I never motherfucking fold, and I still want more. More paper, I just count 100 blues, this ain't photo paper. All them niggas staring at me, I don't know those haters, but I keep the metal on me like I'm Robo player. For them niggas over there trying to stop mine, this infrared on your head from this Glock 9. This is business by my chicken like it's Popeye. You pulling up, I put your life on a stop sign. I know I'm slimming, but my pocket's still on rock mine. Put the barrel on his nose, make him cockeyed. And if you scared, say you scared, ain't no hiding out. Stop the bitching and complaining, what you crying about, nigga? I'm ambitious. I done came up out the hole when I traveled all around the globe, and I still want more. Fresh out the bandos, now I'm living in the condo, but I still want more. Selling merch and doing shows, and I got it off the fucking flow, but I still want more. I can feel it in my soul, and I never motherfucking fold, and I still want more.
We gotta run that back, man. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. We gotta run that back. Hold on. Yes, sir.
Shows, and I got it off the fucking flow, but I still want more.
Top of the morning. Welcome, welcome. It is the Big Chico Morning Show. It's the Big Chico Morning Show, baby.
The pharmacy.
I done came up out the hole when I traveled all around the globe, and I still want more. Fresh out the bandos, now I'm living in the condo, but I still want more. Selling merch and doing shows, and I got it off the fucking flow, but I still want more. I can feel it in my soul, and I never motherfucking fold, and I still want more. More money, I just made 100 packs, stunted on a snow bunny. Asking, do I know a man? I don't even know money. He's a broke ass lame, he ain't got no money to be talking about a nigga with some status. My wifey curvy and Bahamian, the baddest. Make a clip on him, had to dip on him, pull a stick on him, call up E, he the pharmacy, I got a lick for him. Tell him to get this money, ain't no hiding out. Give him one phone call, bet they flying out. Ain't no cutting corners, nigga, gotta grind it out. Stop the bitching and complaining, what you crying about, nigga? I'm ambitious. I done came up out the hole when I traveled all around the globe, and I still want more. Fresh out the bandos, now I'm living in the condo, but I still want more. Selling merch and doing shows, and I got it off the fucking flow, but I still want more. I can feel it in my soul, and I never motherfucking fold, and I still want more. More paper, I just count 100 blues, this ain't photo paper. All them niggas staring at me, I don't know those haters, but I keep the metal on me like I'm Robo player. For them niggas over there trying to stop mine, this infrared on your head from this Glock 9. This is business by my chicken like it's Popeye. You pulling up, I put your life on a stop sign. I know I'm slimming, but my pocket's still on rock mine. Put the barrel on his nose, make him cockeyed. And if you scared, say you scared, ain't no hiding out.
Ain't no hiding.
Stop the bitching and complaining, what you crying about, nigga? I'm ambitious. I done came up out the hole.
Everybody that's stepping into the live, good morning, people, good morning.
More. Fresh out the bandos, now
welcome to the Big Chico Morning Show.
I still want more.
Yes,
selling merch and doing shows, and I got it off the fucking flow, but I still want more. I can feel it in my soul, and I never motherfucking fold, and I still want more.
Shout out to everybody in the stream. Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the vibes. Welcome to the vibes, everybody. You know the vibes. I'll be a host, man. I do the most, man. The Big Chico, of course. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate y'all coming into my morning show. Shout out to Charles, man, one of my moderators currently at the VA hospital in Boston, waiting on his appointment. You know, that's crazy. My girlfriend works at the VA hospital, so shout out to all the veterans out there. And I have a lot of friends that served, so salute to you. Appreciate you for serving this country when you did. Um, we appreciate you, man. Love is love, man. Looking good, bro. Hey, man, you know, I'm just trying to, you know, I'm just trying to, I'm trying to, Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate the love and support, man. Super, super important, man. Super important to love on each other, give each other that good morning, that top of the morning energy where we are, inspiring and encouraging and motivating each other the first thing in the morning. Because at the end of the day, if you win the morning, you win the day. There's no absolute ifs, ands, or buts about it. The way you wake up in the morning sets your tone for the day. And that's the important rule that I go by. So a lot of times I like to wake up early and get in that mode and get in that vibe of positive energy. So I can be able to go throughout the day dealing with multiple personalities and energies and things like that. I set my intentions early in the morning. You feel me? I'm telling you, you put people in a good mood with your personality. Yo, man, this is one of the reasons why I do this morning show, Charles. Like literally, because people get up and they come to my live stream and they might not be in a good mood. They may have, the I woke up on the wrong side of the bed term, right? So it's super important for me when people get on and come to my stream that they actually come and vibe out and they get a feel for a good personality, somebody that's actually in a good mood. I've had people come on my stream and say, "Oh, you're too happy," and it's like, what? Those are the people you have to watch out for. Because when a person says you're too happy, that should say something. That should be the red flag, right? That should be a red flag. Why am I too happy? What's wrong with being happy? What's wrong with being happy? Shouldn't we all want to be happy? Why would we want to be submerged in depression or anger or down energy? We don't want low vibrational energy. We want to wake up and set the tone for the day, man. Set the tone for the day. How you set your tone for the day will dictate how you go out through the rest of the day, which is super important. You get that, Charles, and I appreciate you, my brother. I appreciate that. Shout out to my dog Charles, man. We gotta get some we gotta get some sound effects and all that shit going. I gotta switch up my shit so I can have my shit go round of applause. I need these essentials. You know what? I'm gonna set it up today so that way the next stream we'll have those essential sound effects, claps, and I need all of those, man. I need all of them, man. Never could be too happy, better than angry and depressed. Exactly, man. We have to listen, man. When it comes to life, man, we have to look at life from a different perspective sometimes. We always get up and worry about the problems that's in our lives, or the struggles or the issues we have, and that leads to having that mode of just like, oh, I'm not for it today. You know what I'm saying? Like that leaves for that. And we got to get out of that mindset because, one of the strongest and the hardest things I've done was change my mindset. Right? And I always say the first step is starting. That's the first hard step. And the second hardest step is staying consistent. Now, once you do these things, you're starting it, which is good, but you have to be consistent on a consistent basis, which is super important. Consistency is key, man. You have to get up and do this every single day. Every day. If you want to change how you feel, you want to change how you outlook things, you have to do this every single day. You have to work on yourself every single day, and I love one of the things I love to do is read, man. I love to read like self-help books and things of that nature. So it's super important for me to always get that knowledge in my brain of reading something that's telling me, yo, think of yourself on a higher note, and you'll start to feel like you're on a higher note, and then that energy attracts things to you. And once you attract these things to you, the good things start happening. Everybody says, oh, I got bad luck. Well, you believe you had bad luck. So once you believe, look, how you think creates how you feel, and how you feel creates a vibration, which becomes a magnet that attracts things to you, right? So the things, it's all starts here. It all starts here. So whatever you saying to yourself, whatever you saying, whatever you thinking to yourself, and you start to believe it, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. And that is the law of attraction. And that's how I live my life. I try not to think on so many things of like, oh, I'm having a bad day. Oh, I got this bill due. Oh my God. I try not to think of these things. If I have an issue, I try to focus on the solution. Bring it into fruition. Motivational speaker is in your blood, bro. Yo, I keep hearing that, man. Like, people keep saying, yo, you should do motivational speaking. Well, if that's the case, they got to come to the morning show. They got to come to the morning show if they want to hear the motivational speeches, man. Because at the end of the day, man, I'm here to inspire, man. I'm here to motivate. I'm here to get people going. I'm here to help people see a different side of themselves. You feel what I'm saying? And I've never considered myself a motivational speaker, so I do appreciate that, Charles. I just consider myself as a realist. I put the work in to be able to do certain things, and I have the experience to speak on certain things. And one of the things is working on myself. I have years of experience of doing this. I'm talking about failure, success, procrastination. You have to believe in yourself, man. The moment you let yourself or let your mind become relaxed and think that you're okay and the work is done, everything falls out of place again. You can't stop working on yourself. Just as much, you spent 20 plus years doing the wrong things and thinking or seeing things the wrong way. You can't wake up a month later after trying to make a change and think it's going to automatically be what you're going to do. Compared to your mind automatically does things it was trained to do for 20 years. So you have to look at it like this. Damn, I trained my mind to think negative about this situation for 20 years. So now I have to work on it for another 20 years on another aspect. That's how you have to think about it. Don't let the number 20 give you anxiety. People will think like, oh my God, I got to do this for 20 years. And they're thinking about the 20 years. Don't think about it. Just think about it as, yo, I have to make this life basically. This has to be my everyday thing. Whether you need to write it down, set alarms, you need to do the work. When you wake up in the morning, you choose how you feel. Do not choose the regular, normal, what I'm used to feelings, because that's what attracts the weird and off shit to you throughout the day. You have to believe in yourself. You have to start thinking good about yourself. You have to start thinking and believing the words you say about yourself. Because at the end of the day, how you think creates how you feel. And how you feel creates a vibration that attracts things to you. That's what we have to do when we wake up in the morning. So in the morning, one of the things I love to, either read or listen to music, man. I love listening to music in the morning. Like, if I could bang it as loud as possible, I would. Right, Charles. You set your goals, you stick to them, and they'll happen. And that's how it works. That's how it works in life. When people was like, oh, what's your plan for this? Are this is my plan. Do you think I know it's going to work. It don't work if I won't work for it. You know what I'm saying? The plan won't work unless you work for it. If you don't work for it, it won't work. It's that simple. You have to believe in yourself to know that whatever you're putting your mind to will work. It's not meant to be easy because anything we want in life don't come easy. The things we don't want in life come easy. The things that set us back, the things that slows us down, those things come easy. And sometimes I like to use that analogy of like working out. You know, life is like a muscle. You know, the more you can't wake up and go to the gym one day and think that muscle is going to be at its peak. It doesn't work like that. You have to continuously work on that muscle. Work on that muscle every goddamn day. Because the moment you stop working on that muscle, it becomes weak again. That's how life is. And that's how we should be looking at our lives. And I mean, looking at it from a different point of view. Because again, you know, what do we think about when we hear bill? Oh, I got bills. It just drags us down. Oh my God, I have to do, oh my God, I have to do this. And this is going on. We have to start thinking about things in a different perspective. And it'll make you feel better and the results will come. Instead of thinking like, oh, I have this bill coming up. Oh, this is the issue. Oh, I got to worry about this. Oh my God. It should be more of, I have to take care of this, and this is how that's going to happen. All right, that's taken care of. I'm not worried. I have the means to take care of it. I'm good there. Showing more gratitude than attitude is a better way to live because again, you're creating your energy. So when you become, you know, naggy or complaining or stressed about things that we have the opportunity to change, you become, you know, this is how people get depressed. They think about their old things that happened to them. They're stuck on it. They just can't let it go. And it creates this down feeling of how they're, you know, it creates that down emotion. They lose control. They allow their emotions to control them when you should be controlling your emotions. Yeah, we're human. Some things on the fly gives us an emotion, right? Off the fly. Some things give us a off the fly emotion. But we have to be smart enough to say, hold up, let me scale back. Let me think. Let me use my thoughts and soak up this information. Then I can reply or respond. We never want to react. We always want to respond. Never let them see you sweat. You know, I always say that. When things bother you, like, you know, like when things like bother me, my facial expression says everything. It says everything. So I got to learn how to scale back on the facial expressions and being able to be solitude when I get, you know, rough information. I'm not going to say bad because nothing is bad unless we make it. But when you get rough information, you have to learn how to process it right then and there. So that anger don't pop out, you know what I'm saying? Or that frustration. Headed to the VA, I was the best when I get out. Thanks for the inspiration, man. Charles, man, I'll see you when you get back out, man. We'll be here 8 a.m. man, is when we shut it down. So we'll be here, brother. Have a good appointment. Hope everything goes well. I'm sure everything is going to go phenomenal for you, my brother. Much love to you, King. I see you when you get back. Shout out to my dog, Charles, one of the moderators in here. Super important, man. How you think creates how you feel. How you feel creates a vibration that attracts things to you. I say this so much because it's so important. And people, you know, people go through their day-to-day lives not even acknowledging that. You understand? And that's why when you wake up, or even when you go to sleep, before you go to sleep, setting your intentions before you go to sleep and thinking about certain things and you wake up, oh man, that dream was crazy. That dream was bugged out. But you didn't control your thoughts before when you went to bed. You know, get off social media, get off all of these social media sites. Give yourself an hour, 2 hours of just purely focusing on good thing, good energy, good conversation, good videos, inspiring things to set your tone for the day. How you think creates how you feel. And if y'all continue to create, to think negative thoughts when you wake up, you're going to always feel that way. And it's so simple, but yet it's so hard because people don't understand how they control their own thoughts. They don't understand how we are in control of this human body that we move. We are in control of it. No, nothing and nobody else. So why would you let your emotions control you when you control the emotion? But that's not the normal, that's not the normal way people go about things. A lot of times people flare at, anger and let the anger take over. When you allowed it to take over, and people don't like that they don't like that accountability. They don't want that accountability. They want to believe that no, I'm a human. I can only do. You are human, and things naturally happen. But you also have to understand you are the controlling, dominating person or the entity within your body. You are. So the less you control, the more you'll have those uncontrollable issues. So it's super important, man. How you think creates how you feel. How you feel creates a vibration, which becomes a magnet that attracts things to you. Super important that y'all understand that. Super important. Shout out to the people that is in here, man. Please don't be scared to comment, like, comment, share. Please subscribe button. Please share this live. The Big Chico Morning Show is officially lit. We are live. This is episode 2. We on time today. I didn't do the night show last night. Just trying to kind of like balance things out and see what's working. So, but the morning show is like key for me. Very essential that we do the morning show every morning. So you'll definitely be able to see the morning show as well. So, thank you for tuning in. Please donate to the Cash App. The Cash App is VATIO on Cash App, or you can donate through Super Chat. That would be super appreciative. For everybody that's coming into the stream this morning, I appreciate y'all. Much love to y'all, even y'all spending y'all time coming and rock out with me. I appreciate that because a lot of people getting ready for work, and they probably just all over the place. And I hope people scroll past this and look at this and be able to say, "Oh shit," like, "Oh, bro, got a good vibe." You know what I mean? Let me go tap in and get some energy. That's what I would hope. But yeah, so a lot of things to catch up on since we didn't go live last night. A lot of things to catch up on. Big Meech is home. Shout out to Big Meech. Big Meech is home after a long, long time in jail for his, part in what he played. We all seen BMF. So it surprised me that Big Meech was home, and and a lot of people are saying or insinuating or alleging that he told or he snitched to be out of prison because he was the ringleader of his organization. How did he get out early? Why is he out early? And that's crazy. That's the first thing people think. Oh, he had to snitch, he had to tell on somebody. I'm not saying he did. I'm not saying he didn't. But Big Meech is outside. Big Meech is outside, and we've been seeing a lot of Big Meech being outside, and I love it. I absolutely love it. I'm not against it. That black man is free. Okay, nobody deserves to be spending an extended amount of time in prison because what prisons has done to people is not rehabilitate them. It's either made them worse, or yeah, in some cases it make them better because some people just ain't with it. You know what I'm saying? Some people just ain't with it. But they have the Kit Kat. That's what's up. I'm glad it's finally on there. But yes, Big Meech is home, and I was kind of listening to a academics interview where he was basically saying Big Meech is a snitch. And it's like, wow, is he? So I kind of want to like listen to what he had to say about that particular situation and then kind of commentate on that. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, comment, and share. I'm about to put my Cash App in the actual comments so you guys can support as much as possible. It would mean the world to me if you support the brand, the Big Chico Morning Show. It would mean the world to me. All right. So there's the Cash App. Appreciate y'all. All right. So let's see what we got with my dog. DJ Academics, man. Shout out Academics, a great blogger, YouTuber. He does well, exceptionally well in this field. Let's hear what he had to say about
Getting
this
the funds you
situation.
need for your business can be challenging. That's why we built Nav Prime. Build your business credit history with 2 trade lines.
I got it.
This is outside my wheelhouse. Okay, I'm talking about Big Meech.
So in this video, Big Meech, I mean not Big Meech, Academics and Whack 100. We all know Whack 100. Academics and Whack 100 speaks on the Big Meech situation. So let's see what they're talking about.
Meech. And you have to, because I'm actually listening to your audio on Clubhouse, having you explain it. I think I kind of get it. I think you and a lot of people have said that there might have been cooperation through a third party, which that's the first time I've ever heard.
Yeah, Tammy Cowan, bitch. Yeah,
Okay.
that was Blue Da Vinci broad at first. You know that, right?
Really?
Yeah, that was his broad, right? So, here's the thing. Okay, let me look.
Okay, break it down, please.
Let me break it down. Okay, Big Me's just parole, right?
Yes.
And he paroled to Fort Lauderdale to his son's little niece, to his baby mama, right?
Okay.
So let's establish that. All right. The first person had Big.
Now, one thing I will say about Whack 100, right? Whack 100 is like he's a funny dude, man. He's a funny dude. But when it comes to explaining certain things when it involving like street politics, he speaks a lot of factual things. I may not always agree with him, but he always speaks factual things, man, when it comes to certain like politics, when it comes to the street. So I want to kind of listen to him explain why he feels Big Meech is a rat. Because it's just like, well, how do you feel this nigga's a rat? I want to hear or see the paperwork. Now, I also seen some another YouTuber, Zip with the Drip. Shout out Zip with the Drip. He also read Big Meech's affidavit. And he said, yo, I don't think he snitched. I can see it was moving weird, but I wouldn't consider that as a rat. You know, I don't see that being a rat. I don't know how people can see that as being a rat. But let's see what Whack 100 got to say. You know, this nigga be bugging.
Big Me's life rights is a dude named Cuffy.
Okay.
From St. Louis, right?
Okay.
All right. Cuffy is the one that took Big Meech to a whole nother level. Money-wise, all that. He was what he was. So he got with Cuffy, everything went up 300-400%. So when Meech is in there, and he sent word through Tammy, because now that's his broad, to holler at Cuffy to make a move, he makes the move. He makes the move, federal agents come in. Cool. Come time for court, CI cooperator number 1 gets on the stand. CI number 1 is Tammy. It's also stipulated in the documents that CI number 1 is also the new owner of the BMF rights on Big Beach side. Now, here goes the thing. 50 Cent had to do the business with who? Tammy.
Really?
Why, if you know this woman right here, this Joe Broad, is getting on the stand as a third-party cooperator against your man Cuffy, why does she got your life rights? Why don't your baby mama that you just paroled to got your life rights? Why don't your son got your life rights? Your sister, your mama, your daddy, your brother. Because she has to cooperate for a reason, working for you. Now, remember back in 16, 17 when they said Big Meech gonna get out early?
Hold on.
That was all it is. But
now,
the federal agent,
y'all see, Vlad has a video talking about this. He has a video basically where Tanisa Welch said he sold his life rights to a piece of shit informant. Let's look at that. Okay, here we go. Let's look at this. Let's look at it. So we could kind of further get some information on, like, damn, Big Meech, like,
it's so easy. It allows me to make,
like, what's going on? What's going on, brother?
I don't know if you heard the story about Tammy Cohen.
I haven't.
Okay.
You can explain it.
I'm explaining the story. Tammy Cohen is now the executive producer of the BMF show, the BMF Star Show. She has meech rights. I was doing this show, so when T was locked up, T asked me to call her. I blindly called her, and she just immediately went off on me. Like, what the hell? I'm on probation. By this time, it's like 2014, 13, 14. And the next day after that conversation, I get called down to my probation officer. I'm looking at my young son because this has never happened to me. I've been on probation a couple of years now, like, what's going on? So I told my youngest son, when I called him, I said, hey, come over here. I got my probation officer called me. I got to go.
Shout out all my new people that just came into the stream, man. Good morning. Welcome to the Big Chico Morning Show. We're now talking about the Big Meech release and people saying he's a rat. So we're kind of doing our own investigating on what the fuck is going on. Please make sure y'all donate to the Cash App or the Super Chat. Subscribe to the channel, like, comment, and share. I appreciate y'all.
Go turn myself in. Not turn myself in. I said, I got to go see her. And he said, what's going on? I said, I don't know. She told me she's giving me an hour to get there. I get down to my probation officer, my son in the car. I said, if I don't come out in a couple of hours, call the lawyer. I get in there. Tammy Cohen is a government informant. So she says, my probation officer is sitting there and some other guy. I can't remember his name, but I just knew he was part of the DEA. And he come in, I go in, I'm like, fuck, this is everybody's nightmare. I already did my time. Only thing I wanted to come home and do is take care of myself, take care of my family, make amends for my mother, redeem myself through, the world or anybody that I felt like I affected. So they told me, and he says, you know what that's about? And I said, no.
Hola, loca Tina. What's up?
You threatened.
Yo, Tina, I definitely agree with you. They should let that man live, man. It's been like he's old now. He's served a lot of time in prison. He served a lot of time in prison, man. And I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. Me just being the, intrigued mind, I just kind of ran into this conversation and I'm like, damn, like, let's kind of listen to it a little bit. So this is Tanisha Welch, who was a part of the BMF chain. And she explaining that Big Meech sold his rights to a confidential informant. Now, mind you, I'm not here accusing him of being a rat or anything like that, but the story is interesting. So I'm interested. It got me. So I'm just listening to her explain that whole process, which is interesting. Shout out to Vlad TV as well. Shout out Locatina. I appreciate you. Good morning, love.
A government informant, and that's a federal offense, and it's a violation of your probation. And I said, well, who did I threaten? I don't know what you're talking about. So he go over the story, and I'm sitting there, and I'm telling you, I've heard of people killing themselves not to go back to prison. I went to prison, man. I went to prison. When I say I came home, and all these people were going at my head. All these people I helped. All these people. I'm a mother. I was somebody's daughter. I lost my father, lost my mother. I was somebody's daughter. And here you are You didn't put in no work. No work. All you did is start writing a man, and this man befriended you, gave you his life rights.
Which
and
is
just
crazy.
Because you've been a government informant since 2008, you have the right to tell them that I threatened you. I went on, they told me that they were gonna arrest me. They were gonna charge me.
Wow.
I'm in there, I'm hyperventilating. I'm in this little room with, they shut the door. It's no knob on this side.
The hell no. You know, when they lock you, when they bring you in that room, you can't get out.
They're talking to me.
You're locked up, nigga.
I'm like, I'm just like fear. Fear had set through my body. I couldn't, I'm going to prison. This woman is finished to take my life away from me.
Wow, that's
take
sad.
My whole life.
That's really sad.
I did my time. Out of them 200 people, okay, none of them said I'm on their paperwork. I did my time. I came home broke. I lost everything I had before I even went to prison, even before I met these two, Terry and his brother. So everything I had, everything I gained, I lost. It's okay because of my lifestyle.
Yeah, it was the price of the game.
Who would give a person the right to tell another person to lock me back up because I came home to figure out another way to make money? This been hunting me for years. So eventually this stayed over my head for about a year. My father had stage 4 cancer.
Wow.
I thought I wasn't going. They told me I couldn't go.
See, this is the part they don't tell you about, with these hyped up gangster stories about how many people was affected behind the scenes that we don't know about. You know what I'm saying? They always glorify the getting money, the selling drugs, the killings, but they never tell you about the damage it do to people before and after prison, because they all went to jail. They all went to jail. And you can hear it in her voice how painful it is to even talk about this. They don't tell you that part. That's the part that I always want to see. Well, what happened after her life got out of jail? What happened when they got out of the jail? Because after that, it becomes a struggle for them. They have to live a normal life. And living a normal life for people like that ain't normal. They're not used to it. So in the back of their mind, they're trying not to go back to old ways of doing things. You get what I'm saying? And they're fighting not going back to prison. And for her to be telling this story is like, damn, that's so sad. She's a mom. She's somebody's daughter. She's somebody's sister, auntie. And, she talked to a friend and he tell, give this person a call. She said, she blindly called the person and the person went off on her and then called the police on her and told her that she threatened her. And she didn't do shit but call. That's crazy. Let's finish watching, man. Shout out everybody in the stream. Good morning.
Go home to visit him. Eventually, the case went away because they put it under investigation. She couldn't prove what I did, prove that I threatened her. And then after that, she has did interviews about me. Like her and Saucer's going at my head. For what reason? I don't even know y'all. Have done multiple interviews about me. Talking about who I am. Like, no, who are you? So I thought that when we were coming here, I know like Blue, and they had this big thing on Instagram and going, that conversation was about her. Yes, she's a government informant. Yes, she's been a government informant since 2008. Yes, she tried to get me locked back up. But for my attorney and my probation officer, I didn't lock me back up. But can you imagine the fear that my son had, my mother had, and my dying father had? Because anytime you're in prison, you always think, I just want to make it home to my parents because my parents were older. Just want to make it home to my parents so I can make it right. But for somebody to take your freedom, because I vowed while I was sitting in prison that I vowed to be forgiving to anybody that I hurt, anybody that
prison to do that to your ass.
Anything that I was doing,
it'll wake you up.
I vowed to give back. That's why I started Silent Heart, give back to the community, help the community. I vowed to help people in who's locked up, for these unjust laws. I've helped people come home from prison. I helped 3 people come home from prison, working in prison reform. So when a person, just because you have that right, because you making money from the government, it ain't like me or like any other woman. I was in prison with 600 women at a time. I've heard multiple stories. I don't blame those women who got caught up and might have had to take the stand and tell and get a little time so they can run home to get to their kids. But when you have a woman that's like dirtball, piece of shit ass woman that sits there and make money from the government and say, oh, because I'm a government informant, I could take your fucking freedom away from you.
That's fucked
Prison
up.
is like almost death. You can't go no farther down. It's prison, then it's dying, or it's dying and then prison. So when you do this kind of thing, you fuck up people's life. So when I had this show, here I go again, trying to help everybody around me. This happened. I had to walk away from that. I walked away from that. I had to walk away. My probation officer said, we're going to make a deal with you. We're going to investigate this, but you're going to have to walk away from anything that you got going on with them. So I walked away from that. Was a way for me to take care of myself when I came home from prison.
Yep.
Struggle for years.
And listen, the universe has crazy ways of showing you what you need to be doing for yourself. All right? Now, a lot of times people ignore signs the universe gives them and they go back into the fire. You get what I'm saying? It's like you about to touch the stove and miraculously somebody comes out of nowhere and say, hey, don't touch the stove. You're going to burn yourself. And you're like, oh, shit. That's the universe warning you. Okay? The moment you ignore those signs, need I say more? You get burnt. And she took that piece of information and ran with it. She said, yo, I'm not dealing with this shit. I just did all my time and I'm still trying to help these motherfuckers. And every time I help them, I get bit in the ass. I'm done. And that's how it should be. If it ain't about bettering yourself and doing what you want to do for yourself to get yourself to the next level on your terms, and you're, bending backwards for other people. I mean, like bending backwards when there's there's nothing to expect from it. Or it's just a crash out, burnout situation. Oh, let it go. You have to let it go because at the end of the day, but if that's your choice, if you say, yo, I'm good. This is what I want to do. I understand the consequences and I can live with that. If that's you, then stand on that. When it's time to, reap what you sow, there's no complaining, there's no crying, there's no bitching. You got to eat shit. And I'm sorry to put it like that, but it's the truth. You got to eat shit. You either change. Hold up. Like my old employer used to say, the boss, he used to always say, yo, you either fix it or change it. 2 things. That's all you have to do. Fix it or change it. And sometimes you may have to take a loss to change things or to fix things. You may have to take a loss. But those losses are just lessons. And that's how we should always look at it.
Years. Here it come before the BMF show come. Everybody going at my head. Tammy Cohen again started doing these interviews. I get a book deal. Here they come with this whole story again. What is this? What is this? Why is this woman? I want to know. I want you to put this piece in this because I really want to know. I want her to face me. I want her to face the world like when she put out these interviews for me. I want her to feel like she made me feel when I had to almost go back to prison. I want to know, why did you do that? What could I didn't even know who she was. I used to look her up because when you're a government informant, you don't have no identity. You don't have a Facebook, you don't have an Instagram, you don't have LinkedIn, you don't have anything. And I was asking people, who is this person? Who is this person? When they did the BMF Stars premiere, I was on Instagram and I seen her for the first time. Nobody had to tell me. I looked at her and I knew it was her. All these people from BMF and everybody, they just all hugged up with this person. Do you know how that make me feel? Like, this is a government informant. I'm y'all 30-something year friend.
Wow.
I don't even have to be a friend. I should have been somebody you respect. You don't have to love me. You don't have to like me. But I don't know nobody that I will put in prison. Nobody. I don't even hate.
So here's this is what's crazy. Big Meech was, I guess, dating this person, this Tammy Cohen, who's a confidential informant. He was dating her, or he was dating her. And from previous interviews, Blue Da Vinci said that was his chick at one point. And I guess that's what caused the friction with him and Meech, because Meech ended up talking to this woman who is a government informant, which is kind of suspect when you talk about street codes and street politics. This person is a government informant. So Meech, what the fuck, bro? Now, I'm tapping into this street politics world, right? So we have to hold people accountable to their principles and morals by street codes. So by me stepping into that right now and saying, Big Meech, you was dating a confidential informant. What is that about? I want somebody we need like academics to do the Big Meech interview, because he's going to ask these questions like, yo, what's up with that? Like, what are you doing? Do you know what's going on? And I don't know if he knew what was going on, but if he did, stepping into their world, their street politics, that's a no-no. Why are you dealing with this person? You should be far away from this person. You should be only dealing with the people you could trust that didn't fold in your case. Because if a lot of people fold and ratted in your case, you should be standing tall with the people that stood tall. And everybody outside of that is a dub. $20. Get rid of them. You don't have no words for them. Wild, crazy.
Hate nobody that bad. And then you guys sit around and y'all argue with Blue about who he is or what he did to anybody else, and y'all upholding this piece of shit ass woman, holding her up like she's somebody. So people ought to know that when you going around certain people, you need to realize who you standing next to, who you're getting involved, because really the street code is that we don't do this. We don't do government informants. We don't do rats.
There you go. And that's my whole thing. That's my whole thing. Like, if you living by those,
this is outside.
If you living by those rules and regulations from the street codes, that's unacceptable. That's completely unacceptable. Unacceptable. Now, we did sway away from the original content that we were watching. This was the original content, which led us into looking at that interview and kind of get an understanding of what they were talking about.
Our wheelhouse. Okay, I'm talking about Big Meech, and you have to, because I'm actually listening to your audio on Clubhouse, having you explain it. I think I kind of get it. I think you and a lot of people have said that there might have been cooperation through a third party, which that's the first time I've ever heard.
Yeah, Tammy Cowan, bitch. Yeah, that was Blue Da Vinci broad at first. You know that, right?
See? Really? That was Blue Da Vinci.
Yeah, that was his broad, right? So, here's the thing. Okay, let me look.
Okay, break it down, please.
Now let's listen to Watt break this down.
Big Meech just paroled, right?
Yes.
And he paroled to Fort Lauderdale to his son's little Meech, to his baby mama, right?
Okay.
Let's establish that. All right. The first person had Big Meech's life rights is a dude named Cuffy.
Okay.
From St. Louis, right?
Okay.
All right. Cuffy is the one that took Big Meech to a whole nother level. Money-wise, all that. He was what he was. So he got with Cuffy, everything went up 300-400%.
Okay.
So when Meech is in there, And he sent word through Tammy, because now that's his broad, to holler at Cuffy to make a move. He makes the move. He makes the move. Federal agents come in. Cool. Come time for court, CI cooperative number 1 gets on the stand.
Which is the chick.
CI number 1 is Tammy. It's also stipulated in the documents that CI number 1 is also the new owner of the BMF rights on Big Beach side. Now, here goes the thing. 50 Cent had to do the business with who? Tammy
Cohen.
Really?
Why, if you know this woman right here, this Joe Broad, is getting on the stand as a third-party cooperator against your man Cuffy, why does she got your life rights? Why don't your baby mama that you just paroled to got your life rights? Why don't your son got your life rights? Your sister, your mama, your daddy, your brother. Because she has to cooperate for a reason, working for you. Now, remember back in 16, 17 when they said Big Meech don't get out early?
Hold on.
That was all it is. But she fucked the federal agent. They pulled it off the table. It's all in the work. It's going to tell you, CI number 1 is the dude that owns the life rights to Big Beach and be a bad bro.
But by the way, I'm looking at a Vlad TV thumbnail. It says Tanisha Welch. I don't know who that is. It says Big Meech sold his life rights to a piece of shit informant. Really?
Bro, listen. Ain't no soul nothing. It's her. And right now, if you go look at the red carpet events, Google it. You'll see her.
Who? Tammy?
Nigga, Google it.
Wow.
Wait, how can I find it?
Wow.
Big Meech. I'm trying to find the Tammy person. I don't know who that is though.
Hold on, what's this?
Wow.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy though.
Ain't no kind of crazy. It's only one reason why.
Is that a thing though? Could you but is that snitching though? Because by the way, and I listen.
Yeah, that's snitching. Nigga is third party. That's how the niggas in the feds is getting out. Watch this, right? Look. I'm already in there, right? You come in.
Yeah.
I'm in there with 50 years. You come in. I befriend you, get to know you, whatever. I'm like, yeah, man, I still got a few teams out there doing their thing. You see I'm doing all right for myself in here. You're like, yeah, man, I got 1,000 motherfucking bricks. I got buried such and such. If I can, shit, I don't trust none of my people, but shit, we could work something. All right, well, let me give you 10 bricks up front. And then you move in. We keep moving them. Right? Boom. I call R&B. R&B, listen. Nigga got 1,000 bricks. Right? Contact them folks, let them know we didn't agree to move them for him. This is what it's going to be, boom, boom, boom. Ask them, if I move the majority of the bricks, how much time they'd knock off of my end. All right, baby, they saying for every motherfucking 100 bricks you move, they going to take 7 years, 8 years, 10 years off, whatever. She's my third-party cooperator.
Okay, okay, no, I understand that.
You know what I'm saying?
And let me ask you this question.
Wow.
So he was given 30 years because I think this is the counter argument. He was given 30 years, right?
Yeah.
So if he got locked up in 2005, 30 years would have been him getting out in 2035, right?
85%.
Okay, and 85% of that would have been maybe
25 and a half.
Okay, exactly. So he would have got out in 2030.
24 at best.
Okay, so
let's say 6 months off of the halfway house. A year he didn't took the little drug program. So 20.
Yo, this is crazy, yo. This is crazy, man. And at the end of the day, man, I say this, man. Stay out the streets, man. You don't want to be involved in, you don't want to be crossed or misconstrued as a rat, and just stay out the streets, man. Because it's crazy how this can put you in a rabbit hole of doing an investigation on what's going on with the Big Meech case. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. That man is free. God bless that man. At the end of the day, God bless that man. I just, was intrigued by the snitching allegations and, which is one of the popular topics right now. So, yeah, it's just so crazy. So crazy. But shout out to everybody that's tuning into the Big Chico Morning Show. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel, like, comment, and share this video. Hit the notification bell. Also, don't forget to donate to the Cash App or donate to the Super Chat. Your support is super important to me. Your support keeps me going doing these videos. I'm extremely eager to do these videos for you guys, but I need y'all support as much as possible. Whether you just donate $1, I'm cool with that. We got to start somewhere. I'm building my community of people and my community of family that come on to YouTube to see me do these videos and these live chats. So I appreciate everybody that has or hasn't even just came and viewed and liked the video. Thank y'all so much. I definitely do appreciate you. But let's move on to the next topic, man. So the other day, I don't know if you guys are aware of Adam 22, who Adam 22 is, and JHE Rooga. If I think I said his name right, J Rooga, whatever his name is. My apologies if I got it wrong. They almost get into a scuffle live on Adam 22. Right now, J Rooga is an artist that's from Chicago. Who's part of the Chicago rap scene. And Adam 22 is a blogger. He has the No Jumper podcast. He actually interviewed J Rooga, which they had issues with, but Speedy, I don't want to say Speedy, Adam 22's co-host who set the meeting up was told everything was cool, everything would be fine, but Adam 22 and J Rooga almost get into a fight. It gets to the point where he starts talking crazy to Adam 22's bodyguard, and Adam 22 bodyguards invites him outside and pulls out a gun. Wicked thing, man. And when I seen this, it was just like, damn, like the lack of knowledge when it comes to street dudes, right? They try to force street politics onto, public platforms or bloggers who aren't living in that lifestyle. And I never got that about rappers. Like, you can't blame a blogger or a journalist for doing their job. This is what they do, especially if they never grew up in it. You get what I'm saying? You can't sit there and say, oh, something's going to happen to you if you do X, Y, and Z, X, Y, and Z. Something's going to happen to you eventually. When eventually nothing's probably going to happen to them, because a lot of the people that cover our media are white people who don't know about the culture. And 9 times out of 10, even some of the black people, they will tell on your ass. They will send your ass to jail. They will call the police on your ass. I mean, even academics said it, like, look, I'm calling the cops, but you come in, if you come in his space, he backing out. He blowing his joint. Pause. You feel me? This goes to that street shit. You know what I mean? Street people try to force that shit onto other people, and I don't agree with it. But let's look at this shit. This shit was crazy. Yeah, versus Rooga. Shit was wild. Shit was crazy wild. And this is
what's
like
going on, Adam, man?
Yeah, I know. That's what everybody's been thinking for the last 20 minutes.
This was crazy. Because I never understood
what's going on, man.
Rooga was trying to say.
Let me know something, man. Like, what we learning?
I feel like you're disappointed.
He was literally trying to force street code and street politics onto Adam 22. That shit is unrealistic, bro. Like, no, let's be realistic. He's not from the streets. He don't go by those same rules. Like, why are we even entertaining that? Or why you feel like you're the one that's gonna set Adam straight? He's not from the streets. You can't force street politics on people, and that's the problem with rappers today. They try to force street politics on other people who's not in the streets. And a lot of times you will hear these bloggers say, yo, I will call the cops on your ass. As they should, because they're citizens. They're not a part of that lifestyle.
Because now I'm a rapper, having motion, and I'm not even writing songs about you. I feel like you were probably pissed when the freestyle came out and I didn't have any bars for you. Skipped right over you, went straight to J-Main.
Before the freestyle.
Oh, I don't even remember anything before that. Although I was just thinking, we did that whole interview with Flame in which he remember he's telling the funny ass story about him stealing his shit while he went to the store or something?
It has nothing to do with Flame.
Flame ain't steal nothing.
No, he said Rooga stole from him, right?
Huh?
Listen, I'm gonna tell you some real shit though, Adam.
Okay.
My thing is with you, man.
Here's the calm, boss-like persona he goes to put out, or goes to address Adam about his issues with Adam. And again, you're trying to push street politics onto Adam. Like, come on, bro. Like, you can't push street politics on the people if they're not a part of that lifestyle. You can't tell them, oh, you can't do certain shit because this is how we move where we come from. They don't live by those same rules. They don't.
Like, even where we went bad at, the moment I did my interview with you, I talked to you before the cameras was even rolling.
Mm-hmm.
I said I ain't even want to talk about that billionaire shit. You feel me? Just off the strength of that's Duck homie. We always in cahoots with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't got time to be, you know what I'm saying, bashing the next motherfucker on the internet or whatever. Then the first thing you started the interview off with was, you said you didn't want to talk about the billionaire shit. And I literally just told you this. So it's like, why speak about it on camera?
I felt you didn't want to talk about Dirk specifically.
But listen, this was the thing though. It's like, even after the interview, I talked to you. I'm like, I don't know. I just want to see the interview before I come out. You know what I'm saying? To see it. You know what I'm saying? Just because I ain't got time to be stirring all goofy shit up. I ain't got time for that. But you, literally, any other time I DM you, you hit me back. But this particular time when I'm DMing you, telling you, like, send me the video, the clip, you're not hitting me back. Now you drop it. And you knew I talked to you and you agreed upon this. As a man, when you tell somebody I'm going to do this, you got to stand on it. Where I'm from. So, and you ain't stand on your word.
Yeah, I should have been more direct and just told you I was going to put it out realistically.
Let me keep going. See, he don't care.
And then,
if you look at, like, mind you, I pay attention to people's demeanor, the body language. Adam 22 is not worried, bro. He's not worried. He's like, yeah, I should have just told you I was going to put it out. Who gives a shit? That's his whole demeanor. He don't care. So you're again, the tough gangster persona, I'll fuck you up, beat you up persona, that don't work. That's not always gonna work with people. Some people ain't worried about that shit. We cannot force street politics onto people who ain't from the streets or who don't live by that. Come on.
And another thing, you on here playing with folks' mama, like Thug Mama, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck how much you playing. Don't play with folks OG.
I think that was a mutual thing. Her and I had this little flirtatious joke thing going on. I mean, have you seen the interview? She's around with me like that, calling me handsome and all this shit too. It's not just like you remember that day? We could not believe the way she was flirting with me.
At the end of the day, another thing, you play with Wooski, bro. Like, just hear me out.
We talk.
I don't care if y'all talk. That ain't that. I got a personal problem with it because it's the principle of you playing with him about him getting shot in the head. That shit ain't no joke. Do you know that was at my best friend's funeral?
Yeah.
Do you know that my best friend mama couldn't even bury her son the right way? Like, the funeral was completely over after that. Motherfuckers running everywhere. My mama was there. My son was there. He wasn't even 6 months.
For sure, Wooski should have thought about that before he started talking shit to me. Because
you see, Adam don't care. Well, he should have thought about that before he started talking shit to me. Like again, you can't force street politics on a blogger. Like, Adam doesn't care. He doesn't live in the world of street politics. He's around a whole lot of gangbangers, killers, drug dealers, murderers, all of the above. But him as an individual, he ain't worried about that shit. He got a hired bodyguard to protect him. If anything, he's going to cooperate with the law. He's a citizen. He's a law-abiding citizen. Okay? So you can't force street politics onto him or go in there and try to be tough and bully him because it ain't gonna work. People feel like, oh, I am who I am and niggas need to respect. Some people gonna look at you like, bro, that shit don't bother me. And you would think, I think a lot of street dudes think that non-street dudes are fearful of them being street dudes. No, niggas ain't scared. And this is a prime example of showing you a man versus a street nigga. And that man didn't bend, fold, and shit. Now, I'm not saying Adam didn't do anything wrong. I don't know the backstory of this conversation or what they're talking about. But Adam is defending himself, and Rooga is bringing in street politics and street energy. And Adam's not reacting to that like he wanted it to.
When you start doing battle in hip hop, you're gonna use whatever you got to talk shit. He did. He started shit with me, so I mentioned something like that.
You went on an interview with Cairo and brought up Wooski.
Right, in a very light way, like barely. The idea that deserved the reaction that he then gave me is fucking insane.
You basically recited lyrics that you knew was really serious, bro. That like behind the situation.
I think you're taking different situations and combining them together, though, because that was all about Sean Cotton saying that he didn't think Cairo had Wooski vibes.
Listen, when you do that, you place yourself in street shit.
Right.
It get real after that.
Okay.
Like for real, gang. Like
you see what I'm saying? He's trying to force street politics onto a blogger or somebody who don't live street politics. But all of this is public information. See, what this is why when I say media training, you gotta pick and choose what you let people know, pick and choose what you say, because at the end of the day, once you put it on public platform, you give the opportunity for millions of people to have an opinion on it. If you don't want nobody speaking on it, don't speak on it. Don't put it out there. Don't even have this conversation about it. Keep it under wraps. Look how many celebrities live under a rock. But when they pop out, everybody's like, oh my God, he lives his life so privately, and they're still famous without being in the gossips and the what did he do's and where's he at and what's going on in his life. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you have to control what's being put out there. That means your environment, the people you're around, you got to make sure they solid. They got to be solid motherfuckers, man. You got to make sure you solid. You got to be smart about how you move it. Because again, in this situation, you can't force street politics on somebody who's not in the street politics. You're trying to force that lifestyle on somebody. Oh, when you come over here, when you do this, you put yourself in the... No, he doesn't. He does not put himself in a position for street politics. He does not. It's not the truth. I'm sorry.
Like on some real shit, like if I would have came here right now with 4 pairs of boxing gloves and set the business on the table right now, like come fight me right now, let's go fight. Would you?
No, that shit's goofy as fuck.
Exactly. That's what I'm telling you.
I would have looked at you like you were doing some stupid ass clout shit if you did something like that, for sure.
It wouldn't be no clout shit because you ain't gonna post it anyway. But this is what I'm telling you. At the end of the day, if I ask you that type of shit, you ain't really willing to even just fight, don't stop egging it on, gang. Like if you ain't literally just willing to fight,
why do you think that? Why do I need to be on board with fighting? Like I've never said I was a boxer. Why do I need to be a boxer all of a sudden?
When you got on the internet, you said Rooga a bitch, acting like a bitch. Them fighting words to me. We don't play about that shit. Now I could come in here and really get on bullshit. You see what I'm saying? We don't play about certain shit, and you got to understand when you step in that field, you got to accept everything that come with it.
Is he not looking at that man?
Ain't no, I just want to turn this button off now. Now I want to turn this button off. I don't want to do this, but nah, you forgetting the other shit that come with it.
Do I seem like I'm worried about that?
At the end of the day, guys.
Do I seem like I'm worried about any of the shit?
Listen,
like, there's a lot of threats. There's a lot of ideas. I'm chilling.
You just sat here and said, if I asked you with the boxing glove to fight, you said you would not do it.
Right,
So
because I'm not a boxer.
Adam,
you know why? Because you worried about getting.
Adam is not phased. That nigga said, "Do it look like I care about that?" Yo, he's making Rooga look. He making Rooga look crazy, like literally, because Rooga trying to be a bully in this situation, and it ain't working out for him. You know what I mean? Just from how everything is like going, it's not working out in Ruga's favor right now.
Knock the fuck out.
No, because I just don't want to take part in goofy ass clout shenanigans.
It wouldn't be no clout shit. You know why?
Yes, it
is.
We
wouldn't have no cameras rolling.
Challenging a non-boxer to a boxing match when I've never said or done anything that suggested that I wanted to be a boxer. Either.
What the f so different about me and you? You older than me.
Okay.
What the fuck is so different?
I'm going to pull up to do an interview with you, and I'm going to bring a snowboard. And we're going to have a contest. Who's the best snowboarder? Because that's exactly as logical as you deciding that I should be a boxer now.
Bro, you just dropped a diss song to people, and you was trash as hell.
What?
At the end of the day, you
that might have been the first person I heard say that.
Shit. This is what I'm telling you.
I heard a lot of people say they think I'm nicer on the mic than you are.
I'm going to keep it real, bro. That shit was ass.
What?
You was ass.
That was my first song. But I think I snapped.
All right. Make it your last, man.
No, we got more. We got another one that'll probably be out by the time this comes out.
All right, that's cool. Keep doing what you're doing. I hope you make it in your rap career. But look, stop playing with people if you're not ready for the outcome that come with the shit.
Why do you think I'm not ready?
Because you're not. You just sat here and said you wouldn't even fight. So you're not ready. That's what I'm telling you.
Being ready is not the same as having to take part in goofy ass clout shenanigans.
On some real shit, every nigga tell you in Cali, what they say, we run a phase around. They run phase around this bitch.
You hanging out with the wrong guys in Cali.
Exactly.
But they don't run phase in Cali?
Not a lot. Not
whatever going on. We fight. Where we from, nigga?
Chicago.
At the end of the day, if a motherfucker,
this is very different than everything I've been with.
He's like, wait, y'all fight in Chicago? Nah, we know what y'all do in Chicago. Stop, friends. Stop it.
To believe about Chicago.
Really? No, Chicago fight.
We ass.
When's the last time we heard about a famous Chicago brawl?
Now you know what it is. Everybody don't be internet.
I'm gonna tell you some real shit. That's really like what I'm telling you. Fight. Niggas really kill motherfuckers in Chicago.
You should kill me.
That's what they do.
I love
but what I'm telling you is
somebody should shoot me.
But what I'm telling you is, Adam.
Yeah.
You're gonna get up one day if you keep tweaking with people. I'm telling you, bro.
I'm gonna be real.
It's not gonna be a good outcome for you.
The threats, the like
good morning, everybody.
Something's gonna happen.
Threatening
Come in and say good
morning. The 22ster ain't pressed.
I'm telling
Trust
you.
me.
I ain't threatening you.
I'm good.
I'm telling you. If
he's not
if
worried.
Sounds like a threat. Sounds like you're trying to threaten me.
At the end of the day, I'm telling you.
Again, you cannot force street politics on the people, man. This whole conversation is you can see Rooga is trying to be a bully and force street politics onto him. And he's like, man, I'm not worried about that. And he's standing his ground as he should as a man. You should stand on what you believe and who you are. He didn't fold. He didn't bend. He didn't break. He's standing his ground. And Rooga is, you could tell Rooga's getting agitated by it because he thought it was going to go a different way. And it's not going the way he thought it would.
I'm telling you as a man, nigga.
Right.
You gonna get f***ed up out here playing.
Okay.
Remo, no, he over there looking like he knows. Look at him.
Like how y'all shit
Remo, you know.
I'm with whatever I get myself into.
But listen, you not because you said you wouldn't even fight a person.
That's goofy as
you
fuck.
talking about some clout.
Oh, I'm gonna give you boxing gloves. Like that's some goofy ass clout shit, and you know it. You know
I'm really saving your face.
You know it.
Saving your face. But
number one, I never signed up to be a fighter.
At the end of the day,
so if somebody starts telling me like,
to be a rapper neither,
you're not a great, yes, I did. No, I literally did. I made a song.
Trash.
That was me signing up. Was when I made the song.
That shit was trash. You ain't signed up to be no rapper.
So you're telling me that I'm not a good rapper? Do you think that impacts my like ego? Do you think I'm worried about not being a good rapper?
Yes, you are because you just sat here and said you wouldn't fight if it came down to it.
My whole thing is that I'm not willing to take people and let them convince me that I need to fight to defend my man.
Get on a platform and let them convince you. You can try to convince.
You heard what he said. Now, this whole time I've been saying, Rooga is trying to be a bully. He's trying to be a bully, and Adam ain't going for it. He's standing his ground. And it's not going the way Rooga wants. So he's starting to, if you pay attention to body language and shit like that, you can see Rooga is starting to get frustrated that it's not going in his favor. And he starts to say things that becomes more directly threatening to Adam instead of indirectly threatening him or being passive aggressive how it started off.
people that you tough and you this and that.
When have I ever acted like I was tough?
On some real shit. Just speaking on street shit to get you up. I'm telling you that.
I'm just gonna let you know I'm good with the vague threats.
You ain't.
Yes.
You ain't. You
Unless you're gonna do something,
you wouldn't.
I don't want to hear it.
Do you want to?
Hey, yo, Adam just said what he said. You heard what he said. Listen, unless you're going to do something, I don't want to hear it. He ain't trying to hear none of that shit. Yo, Adam is not playing. Holy shit.
The fight.
No.
I can't shut the fuck up.
Then why are you on the
Stop
podcast?
talking. Stop talking.
You don't get to tell me to shut the fuck up on my podcast. This is my podcast that you were very upset. When I told you you weren't invited on this podcast, you were very upset.
I'm talking to Remo now. Hey, listen.
You're talking to me on my podcast.
Hit him in his mouth. Say I hit him in his mouth. What are you going to do?
What do you think I'm going to do?
He gonna try to sue. He gonna be one of them soft ass. How
people. Am I gonna sue you when I got way more?
Like, Rooga, man, Rooga. Like, you're showing your lack of intelligence during this process, man. And this has always been an issue with street dudes. Their emotions run them completely. He doesn't know how to articulate an intellectual conversation or debate to be able to get his point across verbally. So he thinks the aggression or physical, the physical side of things can change, turn the tables, into his favor, because he don't know how to have a intellectual conversation or intellectual debate, or professionally be able to have a conversation with somebody without resulting to a physical altercation. See, these street dudes, like, and mind you, I'm not, talking down upon them, but it's all about what I always talk about. You have to have self-control, control over you. Think before you react, and learning how to respond and not react. You feel what I'm saying? Granted, he did go through the conversation and didn't get there, but it almost did, and you'll see through the end. But you can't force street shit. You can't force street shit on people who ain't street. That doesn't mean just because they're not street dudes, don't mean they're scared. It don't mean they won't defend themselves. It doesn't mean that. He thought he was going to go up there and bully him into something, and it ain't happening in his favor. And as you see, he's starting to escalate. His anger is starting to grow more.
More money than you.
Because you soft.
That's not usually how it works.
Because you soft. So you telling me if I hit you in your mouth, you ain't going to sue me?
I don't need to sue you.
You ain't answer my question.
Am I going to sue you? Why would I sue somebody that I have way more money than?
If I hit you in your mouth, then what?
I feel like that would really betray the fact that you told Remo that you didn't have a problem with me and really just wanted to talk on the podcast.
It's the principle. I'm telling you something. You need to learn something.
So you're scared to get sued now?
You need to learn something from another grown man. You want me to do it?
Sure.
If I hit you,
go crazy.
Your security gonna run in here?
What do you think? What else is he here for? What else is he here for?
Your security gonna come in with his gun?
Why else is he here?
All right, but
look.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Well, hold on.
So stop talking.
If you were really on some tough shit, you wouldn't care about that, right?
Listen, you.
Ooh, wow. Woo! This is getting juicy. Adam, wow, man. You got to tilt your hat off to Adam, man, because Adam is not bending, folding, or breaking. He ain't folding. He's standing 10, like he's on his 10, like, I'm not scared of none of that. All that you talking about, I ain't jacking that. You gotta salute a man like that. You gotta respect a man that's on it like that. That's like, yo, I ain't worried about nothing. You can't bend, you can't fold, you can't break me. Adam is standing his 10.
I don't put myself out here on some tough shit. I never came on here and told I am the best fighter. When have I ever came on the podcast and said, oh, I'm the toughest?
It's the shit you mentioning.
Like
I just told you. I just spoke on my homie.
Your example is basically telling me that even though Wooski dissed me and talked shit to me first, that I shouldn't be able to talk back to him in response.
You did that shit. You throw the rock and you hide your hand.
That's not true.
That's what the fuck you do. You throw the rock and hide your hand.
He threw the rock.
And just like I said, at the end of the day,
all I did was respond. You're trying to tell me that for some reason I can't respond to somebody when he disses me.
If you ain't ready for what come with it, leave that street shit alone.
I'm ready.
For real.
I'm good.
Because you're not even ready to fight.
That's you coming up with an arbitrary way for our to prove our
masculinity. Sabrina, welcome.
welcome.
Sabrina, welcome to the Big Chico Morning Show. Good morning. I hope you're feeling good today. It's Wednesday, hump day, middle of the week. Hope you're feeling good today. Listen, how you start your day is how you'll end your day. Come in here and get this good energy. Right now, we're just kind of going over this interview with Adam 22 and Rooga. They almost fight. And my whole point about this situation is like, Rooga is from the streets, a rapper from the streets of Chicago. Adam 22 is a blogger. You feel what I'm saying? Ain't no way you can force street politics onto people, man. I keep telling people that being tough, being gangster, niggas is not scared of that no more. People are not scared of that. Especially certain civilians, people are protecting themselves. People are still adults and know what it takes for them to, to defend themselves, man. But shout out to you, Sabrina Porter. I thank you for coming to hang out with me. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure by now you subscribed, you liked, and commented, and did all the good stuff. So I appreciate you. Every morning, Monday through Friday, we do the Big Chico Morning Show, 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. every day, Monday through Friday. So I do appreciate you stopping by. Feed up, grab some coffee if you want to listen into my episode and catch the vibes and see how we vibe here. I would absolutely love it. Everybody has work. So if you're in and out and you just spoke, thank you so much. I appreciate you.
That if you want to have a boxing match, I want to have a snowboarding competition,
bro.
It's exactly the same thing.
Just say you scared. Do it.
I'm not a fighter.
So if he do this,
just say you scared.
There's a reason I move around the way that I do. It's because I don't want someone like you to try to think that you can bully me.
If you said the reason why you move, because you don't want to fuck you up, right?
Good morning. Morning, Bree.
Right?
Well, of course.
So why the fuck is you doing the shit you doing? Because the shit
talking to people on the internet
that'll get you fucked up though. You contradicting yourself.
Like
all the threats in the world.
And here, this is again like the fact that he's trying to force Adam to be scared, or he's trying to force Adam to say something, or he's trying to like fucking damn near like demasculinate Adam. He's pressuring him. Oh, you'll get fucked up talking about this. But Adam is not folding. You can't force street shit on people. And that street shit don't work for everybody, bro. This is one thing these tough gangster dudes, and you know what I mean, they don't understand. That persona doesn't intimidate everybody. You can't intimidate everybody because they know you from a certain place and they don't know you actually did something. So you coming from that place, your character or your demeanor is going to be a certain way just to kind of be like, yeah, nigga, you know what I mean, aggressive. And Adam ain't even on that. Clearly, that shit ain't bothering him at all. That shit ain't even phasing him. You feel what I'm saying? Come on.
World don't mean shit to me. You got to do it.
You contradicting yourself.
You got to do it.
Bro, you not.
You hear this nigga Adam, though? This nigga Adam is talking crazy. Adam is talking spicy. You got to do it. You got to do it. That goes to show you niggas ain't scared of that tough shit, man. Rooga came up there and thought he was going to bully Adam, and Adam handed his ass to him, man. Y'all know I got to do a reaction video to this. So when I get off the live, we're going to be doing a reaction video to this as well, man, because this is insane to see, bro.
Like on some real shit.
You know where I'm at every day doing content.
I just asked you, would you fight?
Sorry, every time. Adam dropping bars, son. He's dropping fucking bars. You know where I'm at. Every day doing content. What's up? Like, I'm not no pussy. I'm not no bitch. I'm a man. You feel me, Bree? Like this, it's like, yo, this is wild, man. Rooga, you folding, bruh. You're folding, bruh.
Fight me in gloves.
And again, you coming up with an arbitrary way for us to prove our manhood doesn't interest me.
Like for real.
We can talk on a podcast. You have to express yourself with words.
And I just said that. I said, yo, You're looking like you lack intelligence or lack the competence to be able to have a conversation with a person on an intellectual level to have a debate about what you didn't like. You're lacking that, and it's showing that when you come on these public platforms, you have to play the game. If you was in the streets, yeah, you be the tough nigga, you do all the tough shit. But now that tough shit ain't working because you're in a different field. You're in a field where you got to use your words. You got to use sentences to be able to describe how you feel and intelligent verbiage to be able to describe what bothered you. And a lot of people can't do that. A lot of people fail at that. A lot of people don't have they don't know how to articulate their feelings, and then let their feelings control them to make the decision when you should be making a decision and not letting your emotions get to you. You feel what I'm saying? I speak about this all the time. And this is a prime example of what you don't want to do. And this is something I'm going to be teaching in my my media training courses. And I'm going to use this interview as a key pointer of saying, yo, we have to learn how to articulate how we feel. Especially if we're talking about being professionals and being in the limelight and being a celebrity, we got to be a product that all companies want to be able to help. Not help, that want to do business. Again, when you get in the business of being a celebrity or being a rapper or artist, a musician or whatever, you want endorsement deals. You want businesses to reach out to you and do certain partnership deals, right? Because again, that puts you on a higher platform. And this is the prime example of not what to do when you have an issue with a blogger. It's nothing wrong with going up to that blogger's platform and speaking upon what the issues are. But being intelligent enough and being disciplined enough to know how to control your emotions and know how to articulate the words that you need to use, and using the correct verbiage to explain and to be able to debate the things that you you have an emotion about. A lot of people don't know how to do that. A lot of people fail at doing that. And this is a prime example of what you shouldn't do when you have issues with a blogger on a public platform. This is what you shouldn't do. It shows the lack of intelligence and the lack of communication that people have.
I ain't even gonna embarrass myself on this podcast and bust off.
You already are.
Because I can.
That for sure would be that would embarrass you.
This is the whole, like,
you would get
my
embarrassed.
whole left hand around and do some shit to you, boy.
I don't even know why you think you could come on my podcast and talk shit to me like this when you're obviously not going to do shit. Yeah.
Listen.
Shit. Look. I paused it at the right time. Look at the bouncer come in like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Yo, Adam said, well, you not gonna do shit. Adam said, you ain't doing shit. Big dog energy. Rooga looking nasty out here. Rooga, you look bad, bro.
You're going to have to leave if you want to keep talking tough, because nobody is interested in hearing you talk shit like that.
He want a motherfucker to leave because he's scared.
Let's bring it back. You want me to take you serious.
Let's bring it back in a little bit.
Let me talk to you.
For sure.
You're going to have to be polite if you want to stay on this podcast.
Listen.
Can we talk about this podcast?
Hold on. Then why'd you beg to come on here?
To be honest, I really wanted to come here and beat your ass.
Yeah,
see what I say? He's letting the emotions get the best of him. He's starting to speak with emotion. You can't verbally debate with him because he has a rebuttal for a lot of the things he's saying. Yeah, Bree, so basically what happened is they had an interview. Rooga had an interview with Adam 22 in the past. And Rooga was saying, oh, it was certain things I didn't want to talk about. As soon as we started filming, you said that, oh, you didn't want to talk about this. So he felt the way about certain things. And then he also said Adam made statements about issues that was going on publicly going on in social media and the entertainment world that everybody knows about. He's mad that Adam is speaking on these issues. What? Adam is speaking on issues that's, listen, Once it's in the atmosphere, once it's out in the open, once it's on social media and the news coverage, it's fair game. Ain't no, yo, y'all shouldn't be talking about. No, if it wasn't supposed to be talked about, it should have never been put out in the open. If you don't want your business out there, then don't put it out there. That is that common sense. Do not put your business out there if you do not want if you don't want people to speak on it. So now he came up here trying to be a bully and thinking he was going to be tough to Adam, and Adam is like, yo, I'm not that. I ain't scared. And all that shit you saying, you know what I mean? I ain't with all of that. And you can see what he's saying. Like, and this goes back to me saying, well, Adam is the person, he does interviews. Rooga, you're a rapper. For a person who writes lyrics, I don't know if he writes, you should know how to articulate your words. You should know how to use your words, use verbiage to be able to express how you feel. You look weak in this debate because you're not articulating your words. You are using aggression and trying to put fear into another human being, and it ain't working. So now you don't have the correct communication to be able to go back and forth with Adam. The first thing you want to do is be tough and say, yo, I came over here to fuck you. I came here to really do this. Well, why you didn't do it? We don't want to hear you. I was about to. We don't listen. If you're going to go do something, you're going to go do it. Because right now you look you don't look intelligent at all. You look very inexperienced. You look very emotional. You lack the communication. You lack how to articulate your feelings. And you're letting your feelings take control over your mind and how you feel. It's just like you don't have control at this point. And you're not smart enough to say, you know what? Let me scale back and let me be able to play in this field. This is a field where I can't be tough and I can't do the smack him up or take his shit and all of that. You can't do that. You can't. Right. On site means on site. So all of this you doing is don't even matter no more. It don't even matter no more. Because now you look like the fool. You got on this platform and now you look like the fool. It would have been so dope to see him, like, you know, articulate his emotions and kill him verbally with words and being able to shut him down through words and rebuttal the things he was saying and it actually connect. But he lacks that skill. He lacks that skill. And it's showing right now that he doesn't have that skill.
Not.
You want to go box? Let's go catch our face.
Man, again, I don't want to box.
I listen.
Off my word.
Listen, hold on.
I can have you removed right now. Do you want to go?
I know.
You want to go wait outside?
Listen, but my son, listen to me.
Me and you shot it up,
Yeah,
bro.
he look real weak.
Look at this bitch like a man.
That's
cool.
what
I'm gonna do.
Right. Or you can sit here and talk like a man.
You got the police in here.
You see what I'm saying? You see what Adam said? Talk like a man. He don't know how to do that. He don't know how to do that. Yes, he sounds hella ignorant. Because look at his emotions. Look at him, emotional. Look at him, emotional. He's letting his emotions get the best of him. He's failing at this interview. He's failing bad. And that's from the lack of communication, not knowing how to communicate, not knowing how to be professional. Debates happen. I mean, we had, the presidential debates, they go at each other's neck. They say some wild off the wall. They'll never say, I'll come over there and slap you. You'll never hear them say at a presidential debate because they're conversating on a higher communication level. And when you don't know how to use your words and articulate your feelings and express yourself verbally, you're automatically going to lose against somebody who's skilled at this. Because you're going to feel like you're losing. You're going to feel like he's overpowering you in words. So if you can't win there, your next thing is to say, I'll beat you up. I'll fight you. It's the same shit. Remember back in high school when you'll see niggas ranking or cutting on each other, and the one nigga is getting the best of the other, like, oh, you look at your sneaks, and everybody laughing like, oh! And what he say? You can't fight better than me. I get more money than you. Like, you're like, yo, whoa, wait. I don't care about that. We cracking jokes, nigga. Make that into a joke. Because right now, your emotions are showing. You taking an L. You taking an L. All because you lack communication. You don't know how to have an intelligent conversation.
That ain't gonna move me. It's cool.
I just don't know why you're so convinced that this is a good place for you to talk like you're tough. Right. I'm not a boxer. I've made that extremely clear.
Stop talking.
I'm a podcaster. Why the would I stop talking?
Stop talking. That's your problem.
Why would I stop talking when I'm a podcaster?
All you gonna do is hit the table. You would hit the table.
All you're doing is sitting here yapping.
Hey, so look, we talked it up. We said that everything was cool.
Yeah.
Why you coming
I've
on this
seen the
type of energy,
text.
though?
Yeah, you try to do the old switcheroo. Who want to act tough as soon as I get on the podcast?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I can handle my own business as well.
Come on.
Yeah. I don't handle it by doing boxing matches with cavemen who want to act tough instead of doing a podcast.
Now you racist.
I'm not a boxer.
Now you're gonna okay. This is what I hate, and I hate this shit, right? And our black people, we do this too motherfucking much, man. We gotta stop this shit. Try to throw race in there when race has nothing to do with certain situations. When you see a person of a different ethnicity, now we know we come from slavery and racism still exists, right? Yes, it is. It does still exist. There are people that still don't like black people, and there's people that was raised to be that way that don't even know sometimes that they're racist because the way they were raised. They're like, damn, I didn't know that, But everything ain't always about race. He said, "Oh, you call me a caveman. Now you want to be racist?" Nah, he like. What? Right, Bree. Like, what? Now is that the escape route? That is the poor black man's escape route, and that's what I'm gonna label it as. That's the poor black man's escape route when talking to a white person that is losing a verbal battle. Oh, you're racist. He damn sure wants to be seen, but I don't think he wanted to be seen this way. And you know what's even more crazy? That there's people watching this interview that is like, yo, Rooga chumped him. Rooga went up there and stood on business. No, he didn't. No, he did not. He did not stand on business because he's losing this right now. He looks so weak right now.
Play the race
you
card.
Talking about cavemen. You racist, man.
I'm describing your brain.
You weird.
Not your race.
You weird.
I'm going to ask you to leave.
That's crazy.
That's cool. I'll leave. But I'm telling you, you a bitch.
I don't care.
And your ass a
handsome guy. You handsome guy.
Nigga. Come on.
Sure.
I'm going to get up out of here. Don't touch me.
Hold on. You see, Adam edited that to say he's a handsome, but he's really talking shit to him.
Listen,
you're going to have to go.
Handsome guy.
You're going to have to go.
I bet you y'all, he delete this out. I bet you delete this out the interview.
You're gonna have to go.
Be handsome guy.
Capable of acting like a
handsome guy.
Glass up.
You can't act like
handsome
guy.
Behave like a grown up.
And that goes to show you. Look what's happening. He's the ignorance, man. The ignorance, bro. The ignorance. There's nothing wrong with being a street dude, but be intelligent. Be intelligent, learning certain things, learning certain skills that get you out of certain situations. Always play the game. One thing I understand about coming from the streets, being a part of that lifestyle, I understood that it's all a game that you have to learn how to play. It's different levels and different styles of games, and they all have different rules. So you have to learn how to play those games. You feel what I'm saying? The moment you get into a situation where you didn't know the rules and know how to play the game, you revert back to the hood way of doing things and using aggression, and then you're having a temper tantrum. Now you want to be tough, you want to fight, you want to be gangster, you want to be rough and tough, but that doesn't win arguments. That don't win debates. If you are more intelligent and you learn how to articulate and express yourself and using your words, then you would have kicked his ass. But this goes to show you the lack of communication skill and what it looks like when you don't have that skill. You use your emotions over your words and you become a fool. Rooga looks like a goddamn idiot up there trying to be a bully because he don't know how to use his words or have a conversation on an intellectual level, having an intellectual conversation with somebody and being able to use words and verbiage to express his emotions, and now you want to fight. Come on, bro.
Handsome shit.
Behave like a grown-up, Rooga.
Come on.
Get the out.
Touch you?
Get out of here.
You scared?
You're fired.
You's a
Handsome guy. Handsome guy.
Come on, dog.
Handsome guy.
There you go. Get the
You got a soft ass security.
We're not.
Oh, okay.
On my son.
That's crazy. Come
He's soft as hell.
Get out of here.
We can run the fade.
We can run the fade.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Hey, look. Come on,
Yeah. See, you got somebody that's with it.
We can run the fade. Come on, my son. Put the gun down. We can run the fade.
You heard him in the background. All right,
Yeah,
so
no,
if you heard him at the end in the background, he said, "Put your gun down." Why? Because it's like now you started disrespecting that man. Look at this. Hold on, let's go back to that part because at the end it's just so sad. It's so sad. Look at this. Look at this.
Handsome guy.
Come on.
Sure.
I'm gonna get up out of here. Don't touch me though.
No, yeah, you're gonna have to go.
Handsome guy.
You're gonna have to go.
I bet you y'all he delete this out. I bet
You're
you
gonna
he
have to
delete this
go.
out the interview.
You're gonna have to go. Be
Handsome guy.
capable of acting like a
Handsome guy.
You can't act like
Handsome guy.
behave like a grown up.
Handsome
Shit.
Behave like a grown up, Rooga.
Come on.
Get the out.
Touch you?
Get out of here.
You scared?
You're fired.
You's a
Handsome guy.
Look at him.
Your ass a
Handsome guy.
Come on, dog.
Handsome
There
guy.
you go. Get the
You got a soft ass security.
We're not.
Oh, okay.
On my son.
That's crazy. Come on.
He's soft as hell.
Yo,
Get
that's
out of here.
crazy. Now you coming at me.
We can run the fade.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Hey, look. Come on, y'all. No.
Everybody chill out.
Put your foot down. We can run the fade.
And it's crazy because his crew is sitting there. They looking like they didn't want this shit to go down. They looking like, yo, nigga, we on Adam, nigga. We about to. But you know they had that conversation before they got here. I'm gonna bitch this nigga. I'm gonna pull this nigga card. But look what happened. You went out like a sucker, man. And I hate when our people do shit like that. Like you don't know how to like maneuver in certain situations. Like I just said this, last week about, the white culture, white people. I said, yo, it's crazy. They don't know how to blend in or mix with other cultures. It's only their culture over everything. And that's how they were raised for generations. It's their culture over everything. So they don't know how to, they never had experience to mix with other cultures because they stick to their kind. When you think about black people, stick to Hispanics and Asians and Arabics, Indians. We all grew up with these type of cultures. We grew up in a melting pot. Cubans. We grew up with this melting pot, right? Black people we know how to maneuver and deal with different cultures. We know how to deal with the Spanish. We know how to be in the same, like if some Spanish shit come on, we'll do a Spanish dance. If some Indian shit come on, we do an Indian, we'll figure it out. We'll still do it 1-2 step. But if you ever be in a place where it's predominantly white and they play music that's not familiar with their culture, they don't know what to do. They'll stand there in shock, like, oh my God, I don't know how to dance to this. They don't know how to bop. My man, well-rounded, and he should be well-rounded, because at the end of the day, your intelligence is more powerful than anything. Your intelligence is the power. That's your superpower. It should be your superpower, because this can make you millions of dollars if you sharpen this muscle in your skull. You sharpen that, you could be a wealthy motherfucker and know how to do it. Prime example is 50 Cent. Prime example of a street hood down, grimy, gritty street nigga turning into a business mogul because he sharpened his mind. He sharpened that muscle. He learned how to articulate his words and learned how to be disciplined and control his emotions and making the right decisions at the right times and knowing when to do things and when not to do things. That's being well-rounded. That's your superpowers, especially being a black man. These are the things you want to strengthen. Because at the end of the day, you got to know how to move in these buildings, man. You got to know how to move in these meetings and these business transactions. You got to be able to take trying to get this $5 million business deal done, and right before the signing, the person you're doing the business with say, you know what, we decided to go a different route. You can't hit him up and say, yo, I'm gonna fuck you up when I see you. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that to you. You can't say that. You have to be able to say, all right, totally understandable. What went wrong? Is there something I can adjust or something that I can address to make you feel comfortable? How do we fix this? And if they just say, you know what, no, we just decided to go another route, you have to be able to say, okay, well, appreciate the time. Maybe in another business transaction, we can be able to cross paths and walk away. But we are so emotionally invested into things without even realizing how those emotions control our thought process, right? So when you have that, when you mix the lack of control, right? The lack of control the lack of self-discipline, and you mix that with uncontrolled emotions, then you get a ticking time bomb. Ticking time bomb. Kanye learned that quick, but he also used it to his advantage as well because he's super intelligent. To this day, I feel like Kanye did that for a specific reason. I feel like he wanted out of that Adidas deal. I feel like that's what he wanted. And he knew what to say. Kanye is not slow. He had a reason and purpose behind it, even if he never told us. I'm sure there's people who know, like, nah, Kanye knew what he was doing. I feel like he did. Because he knew what to do. He knew how to, you know what I'm saying? He knew deep down inside, us black people ain't canceling Kanye. He might say some wild shit, but our drunk uncle say wild shit at the barbecue, and we still love that nigga. We still love him. We gonna call him out on his bullshit, but we ain't canceling our brother. No. If he drops some Yeezys today, we supporting him. We're going to support that black man. Why? It's our duty to. And it's also our duty to call him out on his shit like we all did. We called Kanye out. We all was on the internet tearing his ass up. But we never canceled our brother, man. Never. But he understands. He's well-rounded. He has intellectual conversational skills. When you have that, that is an advantage over a lot of people. Because a lot of people don't know how to verbally express themselves and remaining calm. Like shit, I mean, it's a natural thing of what we taught ourselves for years. So naturally, sometimes we all do it and get frustrated and allow our emotions to speak. That's what we got to get a grasp of. I'm taking about the presidency stuff. He said that was a mistake, but the Adidas was strategic. Yo, that Kanye presidential shit, I don't know what that was about. I'm sitting there like, Kanye, what the fuck is you talking about? But again, to go back what I'm saying, we gonna tell him about himself. We all got on his ass for that, but we never canceled him. We never stopped buying his product. We never stopped supporting his dreams and what he believed in. Again, our drunk uncle said some wild shit at the barbecues, and we call him out for it. And we joke about it at the next barbecue about what he did last year. But we don't not invite him. No, I'm talking about the same shit you talk about when he was running for presidency and he had that spiel on stage saying, about the black culture and saying that we chose, even the ones he chose slavery. And then he had one that when he got on stage and started crying about his daughter, like all of that shit, all of that shit. We still support Kanye, man. We still support. He said some wild shit. All of that. Even in Trump, we still support him. We're not gonna care. But as we do as black people, we call him out on his shit, and we called him out. We gave Kanye a licking. Pause. on the licking. But we let him know about himself, because that was the important part, that we let him know, yo, you bugging. Snap out of it, nigga. I don't know what pills they got you on, but snap out of it. We still here. We still support you. We still banging your music. We still loving what you're doing. But you wilding. But again, we're talking about somebody who we consider a genius. And I would agree, Kanye's a fucking genius. And the people that are in that mind frame have the most craziest, outlandish thought processes. But they know how to articulate himself. If you look at Kanye, when he do interviews, he's very passionate about the things he says, but he knows how to articulate himself. He doesn't use aggression. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't use his toughness, his manhood to intimidate people to get across his point. He used his words passionately, use his words. My dad is agreeing with you in his foreign way. Shout out to Pops. Pops understand, because as men, a higher level of men, or a black man, a higher level of a black man, we understand our position already. Oh, y'all got the same birthday? That's fire. You and your dad got the same birthday. Shout out to. Oh, you talking about Kanye? That's fire though. Which one is it though? Your dad or Kanye? Who's the birthday twin? But when you're on that higher conscious, like if you understand certain things, you're gonna present yourself a certain way. I come from the same streets like Rooga come from. You know what I mean? Born and raised and groomed in Brooklyn, New York, in the 90s, where you had to be tough. You had to be tough. You feel me? You had to. For me to be able to transition the way I thought then, all the way up into my mid-20s, to be able to change that and go, no, this is what you're supposed to be moving like when you're in these certain situations. If I go back to the hood, I go back to the hood. I'm back in my hood shit. You feel me? June. Oh, cool. Kanye is your birthday twin. Gemini like a motherfucker. Okay, shout out. My dad is an Aquarius. Oh, shout out to Pops, big Aquarius gang. So that's why you guys have a good relationship, because Gemini and Aquarius work super, super well together. It's a known fact that they work extremely well together. So I can only imagine you and your Pops got a dope, close relationship. I can only imagine that. I can only imagine, because Geminis and Aquarius, man, they are a good team together. Literally a good team. Good team. And it's sad that we had to watch my man Rooga go out like this. You had to resort to a violent confrontation to be able to kind of get your point across. And then watching this video and being able to break it down to, what my perspective is and how things should go and how you should carry yourself. It shows a lot, man, because this should not be the way you move if you are a brand of yourself or a brand that you're carrying on your back or whatever. You have to learn the skill of communication, right? So with the new company I'm launching next year, this is one of the things I'm teaching. And this is going to be a good point to go back to on how to, conduct yourselves in these interviews, to know how to articulate yourself and not letting your emotions get the best of you. Excuse me. Oh my God, Bree, hush. You know what I'm saying? But it's super important that we teach each other and hold each other accountable for these situations, because at the end of the day, we need to be thinking on that higher conscious level, because we're already like, we already have this stigma of us being black. No matter if you're Black American, Black Jamaican, Black Cuban, Black, whatever you are, when you're amongst the people of, the clear people, I don't like saying white because people may get offended, right? But I don't know. The clear people who's been running this goddamn world for so long, I'll pay for that class. And listen, it's a real class. it's a service that I'm going to be offering with the new company I'm launching next year, first quarter, which will be giving media training classes, which is kind of like media training, a little bit of communicational skill classes. It's really important that we understand, and it's also the key to that is understanding. You have to be aware of who you are with yourself. You got to be aware of who you are, because being aware of who you are is the most important part. Because again, when you would get in certain situations, you'll know, like, okay, you gotta know, let me take a deep breath. This is getting intense. This is getting me irritated. Let me control myself. So knowing who you are is super important in these situations. And I preach this all the time, professionalism. I always like, this shit is a game. You got to learn how to play. It's not a game as in like it's sweet. It's a mind game, right? It's all a mind game. And you got to learn how to play that mind game to become successful. So if you want to be liked and loved and appreciated, you have to be that. You have to live that. You know what I'm saying? I've been searching for classes to articulate my vision and ideas and clarity for everyone to understand, even if they don't agree. Well, and that's another thing. Even those classes, like, that's kind of, it's crazy you said that's kind of what I'm going to be helping people do. We still have to be able to understand a reality that people won't understand, especially if it's your passion about it, right? People think I'm crazy for wanting to go full-time YouTube. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I quit a job or anything to do it, but I'm spending a lot of my time and doing a lot of things outside of, preparing to launch my new company. People think I'm crazy. Right. You definitely and that's the important part of learning the game, right? This is why, another thing that's important, body language, the posture when people speak, or just being prepared. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Right? It's going to happen at some point. We may, get played, but it was a lesson for us, right? Now you know what to look for. But your dad is right. You got to know how to not get played. That's why you move. When you're in the game, you learn and you move a certain way to learn as you go. If you don't have a mentor, with the game you're playing, you're not gonna know what to look out for, right? And one of my things I've always said, those super friendly, super undenying deals that people, when you're doing business, the deals that seem so good, is if it's too good to be true, it ain't true. Real deals, real things happen over time. Nobody's going to jump out of the sky with the most lucrative piece of information or deal just because you're this super super person. There's going to be fine print, right? And that's how they usually get us, the fine print. There's going to be fine print that could fuck you over. So learning as you go, when things come to in your possession and into your vicinity or in your energy realm, you analyze it. Again, when we get those emotions flared up, that's when we make decisions. When people, I'm gonna give you $1 million. Oh my God, where do I sign? Right? Those emotions, the excited emotions, right? Even though they're good feelings, we still have to learn to control them. We should not let our emotions control our thought process. Because again, remember, how we think creates how we feel. You get what I'm saying? It's never how we feel creates how we think. It don't work that way. It's not scientifically possible to do that. Because everything starts with a thought. You feel what I'm saying? Be be less. Listen more and speak less, if that makes sense, right? Right? Listen more and speak less. My grandmother always says, don't speak unless you're spoken to. And listen, right? And a lot of when I'm supposed to listen, I shut up and I analyze. And the people be like, yo, you're so quiet. I'm not used to you being quiet. When I'm in a new environment, I'm analyzing, observing, and I'm intaking everything and checking out people's body language and the way they speak and their personalities. And I'm just kind of taking everything in before I speak. That's how you're supposed to move. Don't trust anybody completely and make sure you don't express it outwardly. Right. Listen more than you speak, remember? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, listen to respond, listen to understand and not respond. Listen more than you speak. And observe. Don't over observe, because too much of anything is never good. And be an over observer, because sometimes lose you to miss out on opportunity. You just have to have that right balance. Do your due diligence. You know what I'm saying? And that's the important part when we're talking about advancing in life and understanding this game of life. And, you know, nowadays everybody wants to be rich and famous, or even just wants to be rich, but they're not willing to do the work that to get them there. Right? Even if you want to play the lotto and you want to get rich off the lotto, you have to get in the mindset. The mindset. Listen, and I say this all the time. How you think creates how you feel. How you feel creates a vibration that attracts things to you. That's the law of attraction. So if your mindset isn't in the right place, those things you want in life will not come into fruition because you're not aligning yourself with that destiny. This is the game that's being played. And if you pay attention to a lot of the wealthy people in the world, they're all into similar things. They all are into affirmations. They're all into reading books to help advance themselves, self-help books, what they call them, self-help books. They're all into that. Some of them are into meditation. But overall, they are completely conscious of their mindset, how to set their mind up to be in that whole energy realm. They're training their mind to be dedicated. They're training their mind to be prepared. And they go out in the world once they set themselves up for that self-discipline. Once they have that, they go out into the world and become successful. That's how you win the game. That's how you win. That's how you do it. Shout out to everybody that came to the live stream, man. It's about that time. We did our 2-hour stream. I had a great morning show with you guys. I appreciate it. Thank you for everybody that came through. We had a good time. Super dope conversations that we had today. Shout out, Bree. Appreciate you too for sliding. I want to meet Warren Buffett and 50 Cent so bad. Their process of thinking is unmatched. You have that in you too, Bree. Tap into it. All those things you probably told yourself you wanted to do, you can do it. Just do it. The first hard part is starting it. The second hard part is consistency. So don't sleep on yourself. Treat yourself. You heard? Make sure y'all donate to the Cash App, VATIO. Man, I appreciate everybody for coming through. We will be back here tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. on the dot, of course, like always. And I love you guys for helping me build this community. Make sure y'all subscribe, like, comment, and share. Hit the notification bell. I'll be back. I'll probably be back tonight. I know I want to do night shows, but right now the morning show is definitely the prime goal. So if you don't see me tonight, I will be back tomorrow morning, but I'll try to be back tonight. You heard? God, mindset. It's a mindset thing. You guys have a good one. I'll see y'all tomorrow, man. Much love.